Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is Christmas Day, December 25th, 2016, and it was just a matter of time before this coronal hole made its way directly in front of Earth, and we just had a magnitude 7.9 earthquake right off the main coast of Chile. Now, as you can see right here, they had several quakes all within a matter of minutes. A 7.9, a 7.7, and another 7.7. Now, this is not a very inhabited area, but approximately 35,000 people felt this earthquake, and we do have some testimonials that were written on the USGS site. And as far as the earthquake, I'm going to roll down here, and there's approximately 11 cities or towns or villages in the area that you could see right here where my cursor is. It gives you the population, 22,000, 13,000. But as far as the really severe shaking, you can see here X, extreme, 0. Meaning the population. There's no people living in this area. And I'm going to actually show you the epicenter of this earthquake. Now, there are approximately 35,000 people that do live in an area where they did feel very, very strong shaking. As far as a tsunami warning, because this earthquake did occur, the epicenter was just onshore from the ocean. And once again, like I said, I'm going to take you right to Google Earth, and we're going to punch in the coordinates, and we're going to take ourselves right to the epicenter. But as of right now, this measured at a magnitude 7.7, and there is no tsunami warning so far. Now, as far as some of the testimonials, naturally these are written in Spanish, but the quick translation is small shaking at the beginning, then a large swing to end with circular motion, very long, caused dizziness. Well, I'm sure that definitely would. Another testimonial, things were moving in the home. We felt it in, I'm not even going to attempt to repeat that region of Chile because I don't want to massacre their name. The next testimonial was soft, low frequency, but long movements from north to south. And we'll go down to one more testimonial, and it simply says circular movements and hard for many seconds. So they did have a pretty good earthquake. Let's take a look at the SDO satellite. This is, I believe this is the last 48 hours. Showing the large coronal hole right here. And it should be turning directly towards Earth. So I would say over the next 72 hours, we are really going to have to watch for larger earthquakes, especially in the Ring of Fire, the South Pacific area. And that stretches all the way up to Russia, all the way down to New Zealand. And they've been having some pretty good earthquakes over the past week. Now, none of them have reached over a magnitude 6. They've all been low in the magnitude 4 and 5 region, but they've been having them with quite a lot of frequency, meaning they're having a lot of earthquakes, as the days go by. So we're going to go ahead and jump out of here, and let's just take one quick look at the earthquake tracker, and you can see, now this is where the region is. It's in a very, very southernmost tip of Chile, very, very close to the shoreline. We're going to go ahead and exit out of the 3D tracker, and I'm going to take you directly to Google Earth, and we are going to plug in the actual coordinates for the epicenter. And let's just take a look and see where Google Earth takes us. Now, I know this area is not that inhabited. And as you can see, it is basically right off of the coastline, literally just maybe a few hundred yards onshore. So we're going to go ahead and pan back, and I'll show you that this area is really not that inhabited. It's almost like a small peninsula off the coast of southern Chile. So as we pan back, you can see it's not a very heavily populated area. There are some mountain ranges here in southern Italy. But let's take a look at this part of the ocean right here. You could literally see these fractures, these fissures, all through the ocean here. And as I've listened to Dutch synths for quite a while relating to these earthquakes, that energy from all the way over on the other side of the world, and let's just spin the Earth on its correct axis here. These earthquakes that are occurring over in the South Pacific region, all along here, they are literally going to travel all the way across the Pacific Ocean. And when I mean they, I'm referring to the actual energy. And sure enough, I've been saying for the last few weeks that the whole entire western coast of South America should be on high alert for these earthquakes. Now, since we are passing in front of this coronal hole over the next several days, this area of South America, and there has also been a lot of increased earthquake activity all along this ridge in Mexico. And I did show the other day, whenever me and Steve Olson were doing a live broadcast, I did show the amount of earthquakes that are occurring in Mexico, but they're not being reported by the USGS. They're only being reported by the European agencies and the seismology office in Mexico. So we'll go ahead and exit out of that, and I'll show you real quick what is actually going on in Mexico, and it's quite startling. Now, this map right here, this shows you right here where my cursor is. These are all earthquakes in the past 2 days. And as you pan down, you can see magnitude 3.2, 3.5, 3.7, 3.8, and the list goes on and on and on. And as we move back to the earthquake tracker for the map, I mean, you can clearly see this is the South Pacific region. And over the past 24 hours, right at the tip of the Aleutian Islands in Alaska, magnitude 4.4. The Kuril Islands, magnitude 4.7, a 4.6. Right off the coast of Japan, a 4.3. The Philippines, a 4.6. And right here in China, this is a rarity to see China report an earthquake, but a magnitude 4.9. Now, this is the big quake down here in Chile. Now, these are stacked on top of each other because we are panned out. But just recently, 85 minutes ago, magnitude 5.4 in northern Chile. And then close to central Chile, a magnitude 4.3. So I believe probably over the next 48 hours, possibly the next 72 hours, the earthquake activity in these zones, it's definitely going to increase. There's no doubt about it. We have one earthquake here that just came off about 33 minutes ago in Alaska. But as you can clearly see, there's a lot of earthquake activity in the state of California. And this is actually more than normal because the earthquakes usually here, they're these small microquakes, magnitude 1 or less, but they are increasing in magnitude, as you can clearly see here, a magnitude 2.48. And they're just little swarms of earthquakes from the border of Mexico and Southern California straight up, all the way leading up past San Francisco. And there's a few over here right next to the Nevada border. Now, they had some small quakes in Nevada over the last couple of days, and also naturally in Oklahoma. They seem to have these earthquakes pretty much in the dead center part of the state. Now this is updating, so let's see what has actually occurred. Now something that's kind of strange and unusual, a small magnitude 2 earthquake in Tennessee. So I think as the next few days go by, we're definitely going to see some earthquake activity across the globe. If you do live in an earthquake-prone area, make sure that you have a preparedness plan. Make sure that you know what you're doing. And like I've been saying, there's a few apps out there that you can download on your cell phone that will give you earthquake emergency information, and you can actually tune this in to exactly where you live, and the GPS on your cell phone will keep all of that in order. So we'll have more information as it comes out, but right now a magnitude 7.9, 7.7, and 7.7 just struck southern Chile. So everybody, wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish we were on better circumstances, but have a happy holiday and stay tuned. We will probably have another update within the next few hours.